What's going on, guys? Danny Mangan here, back for another video. Welcome to the channel, guys. I appreciate all the support. Today's video is aimed at the newbie lifters, guys. I'm going to be giving you guys my advice, my tips to help you guys progress as fast as you can in the gym. And this is all stuff I wish I knew back then, okay? So if you're new to the channel, subscribe, like the video. I'm about to run the hardest intro YouTuber's ever seen. Sit back, relax, let's go. So hopefully that intro just motivated the absolute hell out of you guys and you're on your way back to the gym. You've stopped watching the video and that is that. I'm joking. So, tip number one, stay hydrated. Actually, no, that's not tip number one, but I'm thirsty, so I need to drink. Tip number one, guys, this is very, very straightforward. I think it's very, very important for beginner lifters, male, female, alien, whatever you are, and that is stay patient. So be patient, stay consistent, and understand that this takes a long time, depending of course what your goal is. I think a lot of newbie lifters are under the impression that they'll become John Cena within the first 10 seconds of training, and unfortunately if that was the situation, everyone would be massive, but it's not, unfortunately. I'm still trying, a lot of people are still trying. So unfortunately, guys, you've got to stay patient, you've got to be consistent with your training, consistent with your food intake, and there's a lot of different variables you guys have to consider that, okay? It will also, I speak from experience now. If I look back to the gym when I was training back at 3 or 4 years ago, out of everyone in that gym I used to train with or train alongside, I'm probably the only person who's still training. So I have that patience and that consistency compared to the others, and it shows in the long run, guys. So you know what, if you're serious about this, be patient, understand it takes time, be consistent with your training, and you'll see the rewards. Just to add on to that, you don't want to be comparing yourself to others, to other journeys. So focus on your journey, focus on your progress, because that's the only thing that matters, okay? So that is tip number one. Tip number two is don't train every flipping day. Take your flipping rest days. Flipping heck. Can't stress it. Just flip it out. I'm very passionate about this subject, as you can see. Don't train every day, guys, seriously. Your body needs to recover. So if you're training every day, you can't recover, you can't grow, therefore you're just slowing yourself down. It will work for the first couple of months because you're a newbie, you haven't had any sort of stress placed in your body, so any sort of stress is going to lead to adaptation, which is great, but in the long run, if you are to do less, you're going to gain more. The sport of bodybuilding, or let's say growing muscle, is for most people a sport that involves, people think more is more, so they'll train like 4 hours a day, every day bro split, every single day, and they won't grow, and they wonder why they're not growing, because you grow when you rest, you don't grow in the gym. So for you guys, I'd recommend, you know, at least 2 to 3 rest days a week, being serious, no cardio, no nothing. Obviously get your steps in, but if you are really wanting to grow, guys, I suggest, you know, at least 2 to 3 rest days a week, in my opinion. Even me, I have a lot more rest days now than I used to, and I'm finding I'm growing and responding a lot better than training every single day. I can see why you want to train every single day, because you're dead keen to make muscle and you think more is more. But seriously, guys, it's not. Be sure to take your rest days. When you rest, you grow. So it's no brainer, really. I guess that leads me into my next point, which is very, very relevant to rest days and training and all that good stuff that you actually want to know. We're going to talk about the training split of a beginner and what I feel is the right way to go about a training split, okay? So a lot of beginners will normally train something like this. Monday will be chest day, Tuesday will be back day, Wednesday will be arms day, Thursday will be shoulder day, Friday won't be a leg day necessarily, they'll just repeat the cycle, okay? So they train one muscle group every day, and they have no rest days and no leg days most of the time, okay? So they focus on what I call the glamour muscles, being your chest, your back, your legs, your shoulders, all the good stuff that girls like on boys and boys like on girls, do you understand? Which to me is great for the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 months, whatever, when you're a beginner. because it works for you. That's the thing. And you like getting a pump. Oh, look at my shoulders, massive, bro. My shoulders huge. But at the end of the day, you need, first of all, you need rest days, like I just mentioned. Second of all, what would be a more beneficial approach for a beginner, and when I mean beginner, I'm speaking for people who have not got pro bodybuilder muscle mass, okay? So there's different sorts of splits, and in my opinion, they should be dependent on how much muscle mass you carry, okay? So for example, if you're a beginner and you're training 3 to 4 times a week, I'd heavily recommend, depending on how many times you can train, depending on how often you go to work, if you can't train more than 2 or 3 days in a row because of your lifestyle, I'd recommend full body workouts. So for example, say you are a full-time worker, you're age 20, and you can only train Monday, Wednesday and Fridays, okay? What I'd recommend is doing full body Monday, full body Wednesday, full body Friday. That's gonna mean you can cause stimulus for your whole body 3 times a week, okay? So we're increasing the frequency of each muscle part. What that will mean is the volume of each muscle group will have to be very, very low in order to recover to then hit it again. But my point is, if you've only got 3 days to train, you need to be hitting as many body parts as you can. So a full body split will do absolutely wonders for your physique. A lot of people, they underestimate the approach of high frequency training. They only think they only need to train one muscle group a week. Like I said, unless you're Jay Cutler with a massive pair of chest, you just got so much muscle mass you can afford to train once a week, one muscle group a week, sorry, then yeah, you don't. If you're a beginner, you haven't got that much muscle mass, then I'd heavily recommend either a full body split, like I said, depending on how often you can train, or an upper lower split. So just to quickly run through what an upper lower split would be, it's very self-explanatory. You'll train upper body one day, so that will be a split between chest, shoulders, back, and what I put in triceps. And then your next session will be a lower session, which will be leg dominant, of course. So upper body will be back, chest, shoulders, triceps, and then lower body would be legs, and then I put in 2 or 3 sets of biceps. And then you'll have a rest day after that, or even what I do is I do my lower session, have a rest day, do my upper session, have a rest day. So I'm doing one on, one off, which is I tell people that, what you're doing, I'm because it works for me really. And that's the thing, there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat, but at the end of the day, if you're a beginner, training every day, I wouldn't recommend it. Okay guys, my last point for this video, I know it's short, but I wanted to be short so you guys can get the message across, but my last point is to get strong on the main compound movements, okay? So we're talking about your bench press, your squats, your deadlifts, your RDLs, your rack pulls, your bent over rows, all those big compound lifts, guys. That is what you should be doing. They are the movements you should be training and getting ridiculously strong on, okay? Stuff like bicep curls, arm day, you shouldn't really be doing arm day when you begin, yeah? You should be programming in maybe 1 or 2 sets of biceps here and there, 1 or 2 sets of triceps here and there. You guys should be focusing on getting strong on the movements that are going to literally change your physique. So if you're watching this and you don't know what I'm talking about your squats, your RDLs, your hack squats, your bench press, your bent over rows, your T-bar rows, those big movements that require a lot of energy and are very taxing. Get strong on those, guys, then focus on the fluffier stuff, okay? But trust me, the fluffy stuff is all fun and you get a pump. Oh, that's another thing, I'll come to that in a minute. You get a pump, you look good in the mirror, but you're not going to actually put you're not going to put any tissue down, and the aim is to put tissue down. Which leads me to my next point, which is just going to end it on. So do not train for the pump. Yes, it's good having an arm pump, it's great, but if you actually want to put on dense tissue, lift heavy, get strong, keep the volume low, keep the intensity high. Just so if you don't know what that means, guys, what I'm saying is the volume is the overall sets and reps you do in the workout, okay? And the more volume you have, the less intensity you have because of how taxing it is. The less volume you accumulate, the more intensity you can bring, because obviously you're going to be giving max intensity to the sets, which will then write off the sets. You can't do that the whole workout, it's just not going to happen. So you need to balance your volume and your intensity to a level where you're training hard enough and you're also, giving enough volume to stimulate and smash the muscle up. Guys, so my tips for you guys: be patient, be consistent, be relentless with your goals, okay? Train bloody hard. When you're training, make sure your intensity levels are over 9,000, guys. Get in, smash it up and leave. Make a plan, go to the gym, execute the plan. Next, make sure you're getting strong on the compound movements, okay? These are the movements that are going to be taxing. These are the movements that are going to recruit a lot of muscle fibers. They're going to change your physique over time, okay? Which links back to the patient and consistency part, okay? Do all of that, you will grow. Make sure you're logging your lifts in your workout book. Make sure you're progressing, you're getting stronger. Make sure you take your rest days, guys. I'm talking, 2 to 3 rest days a week, and that's when you're going to grow. And then obviously with your workout split through the week, I'd recommend a lower upper rest, repeat, or depending where you work, how your lifestyle is, a full body split. If you guys and girls are watching this video still completely blank-minded, no clue what to do, or you're interested in being coached by me, please do check out my website. The description will have the link. I do have every single thing on there you need to know, from pricing to the different packages to all that good stuff. But yeah, check out the website if you are interested. I offer one-to-one training at Body Heat Gym in Caterham, or we can sort out online coaching as well. But I hope you guys have learned something from this video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, like the video, share with someone that this could be beneficial to, because the whole point of this channel is to help you guys grow, help you guys get some more knowledge in your brains, and help you guys progress in life. Strong body, stronger mind, people. See you in the next video. Peace.